And the question is, will the increase of non-QM loans result in what we saw over a decade ago with housing crisis or the mortgage crisis?
All right, happenings. So we're here with happenings right now. What's happening out there? Well, loan limits have gone up for 2023. And we're going to start with FHA. We're looking 472,030. So 472 and a little change. That's going to be our new FHA loan amount. Conventional, 726,200. So 726,200 is where our conventional is going to be at. Super exciting. And for those areas that are high balance, our high balance areas, hey, we're over $1 million. 1,089,030. 1,089,300.
One of the big things that contributed to the last housing crisis over a decade ago was the rapid increase of subprime mortgages. While we're past the subprime mortgages, what we're seeing now is a rapid increase of what are called non-QM loans or non-qualified mortgages. And the question is, will the increase of non-QM loans result in what we saw over a decade ago with housing crisis or the mortgage crisis? Well, let's first talk about what a non-QM loan is. A non-QM loan is your non-traditional financing, so it's not a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac or FHA or VA, the really main loan programs that you might be familiar with. A non-QM loan is more of your non-traditional things, like the person that is self-employed but writes off all of their income. Or they were, they filed for bankruptcy and they were recently discharged. Or they're using their bank statements to show income instead of their proof like pay stubs or something like that. What we're seeing is a rapid increase of those. So the question is, logically so, is that going to cause the problem we saw over a decade ago? The answer is no. And here's why the answer is no and not yes. When you go back to the previous mortgage crisis, those weird, quirky loans were done with little to no money down. In some cases, you could actually get money at closing to do whatever you wanted with it. The big difference between then and now you are required to have a lot more skin in the game. These non-QM products require a lot of money down. So even if something were to happen with that particular mortgage, there's enough equity in that mortgage for the mortgage company to sell it and still not have a huge financial loss. So unless something changes with the non-QM loans and they start doing things like they did back then, non-QM loans are actually a fantastic opportunity to help more of your clients get into a home if they don't qualify for traditional financing. All right, if you look behind me, what you're seeing is a chart for mortgage-backed securities. And you see these red things, you see these green things. What are these red and green things? Well, they call these candles. And what do they actually represent? Well, it's representing the movement of the mortgage-backed securities, which directly impact where your interest rates are at. A question then is becoming, okay, well, if it goes up, I see that's green, does that mean interest rates are going up? And if I see red, I see things going down. Does that mean interest rates are going down? The answer is no, because there's actually an inverse relationship. Green in this case means good. As the mortgage-backed securities goes up, interest rates decrease. However, when mortgage-backed securities are going down, red, interest rates increase. So if you look at the last year, you see January, the mortgage-backed securities was really high, but over the course of several months have been decreasing. That's correlating directly to the increase in interest rates. However, recently, you've seen more green candles going up and up and up, which corresponds to the decrease that we've been seeing in interest rates. While this is not by any means a very in-depth explanation of everything that goes into it, I think it's very helpful to understand and where you could tell your clients, hey, we're seeing green with the mortgage-backed securities. That's good, means interest rates are going down.
So what are the opportunities this week? Let's talk about holiday season. It's holiday time right now. People want to get out their cards, want to get out their gifts, things like that. One of the things that we're big on is automation and scale. Very powerful word right there, scale. So with this site, you can upload your customer list. You can create automations and integrations. There's many of these sites out there. The one I want to mention is handwrytten.com, and it's HANDWRYTTEN. Okay, and what you can do is you can upload messages, have them handwrite the notes. It's actually a computer that goes and and handwrites each one. They'll ship them out to your customers and clients for you and help you with this new year. So go ahead and take this opportunity. Let's move on.